All right, so let's talk about something we all notice but don't always put into words. Class. Not the snooty, nose in the air kind of class. I'm talking about genuine class. The kind that quietly radiates from someone without them even trying. The kind that makes you go, wow, they've got something special. And here's the best part. It's not about money, designer bags, or a perfectly curated Instagram feed. Nope, it's about the little things. The stuff you don't even realize you're doing until someone points it out. So today, I'm breaking down 7 surprising signs of genuine class, the kind you might already have without even knowing it. Let's get into it. Number 1. You listen like it's your job. Okay, this might sound basic, but hear me out, pun intended. We live in a world where everyone's in a rush to talk about themselves. Seriously, half the time, you're telling someone about your dog's hilarious attempt to chase a squirrel, and you can see their eyes glaze over as they think about what they're going to say next. But people with genuine class? They actually listen. Like, really listen. They make you feel like your squirrel story belongs in a TED Talk. They're the ones who ask follow-up questions, nod at the right moments, and even remember details about your life later. You're like, wait, you remember my random story about that time I accidentally ordered 50 rolls of toilet paper on Amazon? And they're like, of course I do. How's that stockpile going, by the way? Listening isn't flashy, but it's rare. And when you do it well, people notice. And honestly, it's one of the classiest things you can do, hands down. Before we continue, welcome to Manners Matters. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe for more tips on refined living, class, and elegance. Join our community and elevate your lifestyle. Number 2. You don't roast yourself to make others feel better. Okay, confession time. I used to be the queen of self-deprecating humor. If there were a world championship for roasting yourself, I'd be on the podium. Anytime someone complimented me, I'd immediately shoot myself down. Like, oh, you like my hair? Thanks. It's called I ran out of dry shampoo and prayed for the best. Why are we like this? Here's the thing though. People with real class don't throw themselves under the bus just to make others feel comfortable. They accept compliments graciously with a simple, thank you, that means a lot. No extra commentary. No awkward deflections. They know that dimming their own light doesn't make anyone else shine brighter. That said, I'll be honest. I still roast myself sometimes. Not because I feel like I have to, but because it makes a point, and it makes my videos more fun. Why? Because it keeps things real. And honestly, we could all use a little laugh, right? The difference is, I'm doing it on purpose now, not out of habit. And that's the key. Knowing when to laugh at yourself and when to hold your head high, that is true class. Number 3. You're nice to people even when no one's watching. Let me tell you a quick story. It's 2 weeks until Christmas. So, the most magical time of the year, where everyone is somehow both extra festive and extra stressed. I was at the grocery store the other day, doing my usual just popping in for one thing routine. Spoiler, it was not just one thing. Anyway, the store was packed. Everyone was rushing around like they were on a game show. The Christmas music was blaring, and the vibe was pure chaos. The poor cashier, she looked like she was hanging on by a thread. She was flustered, trying to ring people up as fast as possible while someone in line was very helpfully huffing loudly about how long it was taking. The tension was thick enough to frost a window. When it was finally my turn, I smiled at her and said, "Wow, it looks crazy today. How are you holding up?" And the way her face softened, you'd think I just handed her a winning lottery ticket. She smiled back and said, "Thank you for asking. I've been here since 6 a.m., and no one's even said hello." That moment stuck with me. Because here's the thing. Being kind, especially when no one's looking, is a real mark of class. It's easy to be nice when you're trying to impress someone or when the situation's all warm and fuzzy. But when it's crunch time, when the parking lot is a war zone, the checkout line feels like purgatory, and everyone's one candy cane away from losing it, that's when kindness really counts. Classy people get it. They treat everyone with respect, whether it's the overworked cashier or the stranger who cut them off with their cart in the dairy food aisle. They're not looking for applause. They're just genuinely decent. And honestly, that's rare enough to be impressive these days. Number 4, you know when to stop talking. All right, don't act like you don't know what I mean. We've all been in that situation where someone keeps talking, and you're desperately searching for an exit. Like, oh wow, look at the time. I think my fish needs watering. But people with genuine class, they have this magical ability to read the room. They know when to share a story and when to just let the moment breathe. They don't dominate conversations or overshare about that time their cat threw up on their new rug. Even if it's kind of funny, there's this quiet confidence in knowing that you don't have to fill every silence. Sometimes, the most elegant thing you can do is let the other person talk, or just enjoy the quiet. Number 5, you take responsibility for your actions. Let's be real. Nobody's perfect. We all mess up. Maybe you forgot to text a friend back. spilled coffee on someone else's paperwork, or completely dropped the ball on a deadline. It happens. But here's the thing. People with genuine class don't point fingers, make excuses, or pretend it never happened. They own up to it. Like, hey, that's on me. I should have been more careful. Or, you know what? I could have handled that better. And I'm sorry. Those simple words, they're surprisingly powerful. Owning your mistakes shows confidence and humility all at once. And the best part? It instantly diffuses tension. Taking responsibility isn't about being perfect. It's about showing respect. For yourself and for others. And honestly, nothing says class more than being the kind of person who can admit when they're wrong, fix it, and move on. Number 6. They are authentic. Let's talk about authenticity. Because honestly, it's one of the rarest and classiest traits out there. In a world where everyone's trying to filter, edit, and curate their lives to perfection, people with genuine class stand out because they're unapologetically themselves. They don't try to fit into some cookie-cutter idea of what they should be. If they're obsessed with cheesy Hallmark movies, they'll admit it. If they're the type of person who tears up watching an ad about a dog finding its forever home, well, they're not hiding that either. And the best part? Their authenticity makes everyone around them feel at ease. It's like, when you see someone being 100% themselves, it gives you permission to let your guard down too. Classy people know that real connection doesn't come from pretending to be perfect. It comes from showing up exactly as you are and letting people see the real you. And that's the kind of confidence money can't buy. So if you're the person at the party who's geeking out over your weirdly niche hobby or dancing offbeat, congrats. You're probably a lot more authentic and classy than you realize. 7. You're generous with your time and energy. And I don't mean you have to run yourself ragged trying to please everyone. No, no, no. People with genuine class know how to set boundaries. But when they give you their time, it's real. They don't scroll through their phone while you're pouring your heart out about your latest existential crisis. They don't cancel plans at the last minute because something better came up. When they show up, they show up. Fully present. Fully engaged. And you leave feeling like you matter, which honestly is a gift. So, there you have it. 7 surprising signs of genuine class. And if you're sitting there thinking, wait, I do some of these things, guess what? You're probably more classy than you give yourself credit for. It's not about being perfect or polished, it's about being kind, confident, and comfortable in your own skin. And hey, if you tripped on your way into this video and still managed to laugh about it, congrats. You're already halfway there. Let me know in the comments which one of these signs resonates with you the most. Or if you have your own little signs of class that I didn't mention, share those too. If this video gave you a fresh perspective, be sure to give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend, and subscribe so you never miss out on our latest insights. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. And remember, stay classy, manners matters.